It's a beautiful day here in Maricá in Brazil. Sun is shining. It's been a little bit rainy and cloudy, mostly cloudy in the last few days, so I have a beautiful day here, and I thought I'd come to the beach and chat a little bit. I'm Dennis from Groove Art. I make music while wandering the world. Please see the links below to check out some original music. I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about Maricá. Maricá is about an hour east of Niterói. So I'm in the state of Rio de Janeiro, but I'm about 2.5 hours away from the big city in a small little town called Maricá. And actually, I'm in even a smaller neighborhood of Maricá called Ponte Negra. So I've been hanging out here for about 2 weeks and just kind of chilling. It's a pretty rural area out here. There's not a lot of action. Rio, if you've seen my earlier video, Rio has kind of everything there. And here, it's almost the opposite. It's almost, I won't say there's nothing here, but it's you can't compare this to Rio. Very, very quiet and rural here. What I do like about coming here is I think I've only seen one other couple that looked like they were tourists. It looked like they were tourists. So what I like about here is I feel like I'm seeing the real Brazil, if there is such a thing, that a little bit off the beaten path, perhaps. So that's what I really like about it. I spent a lot of time practicing and working on my songs. So I found this great location, wonderful location overlooking not this beach, but the beach kind of over across the other side. So I'm not really front row, I'm kind of side row, but I have a view of the water. I can hear the waves crashing. I set up my workstation right in front of the big window, and in front of the big window is a deck, a balcony, and I can start my day there with breakfast and then work my way back into the room and work on my music. So it's been good that way, and the fact that this place is not hustling and bustling with 10 conflicting things to do every day, it allowed me to sit down and actually get some kind of time writing. Having said that, sitting down to write a song or work on music, it's always I'm always fighting for time for that. There are other things too that I have to get done in my day, so that can be a challenge. But this location's been great, and it's been really inspiring to have that view and to just sit and work on music. So the apartment has been great for that. The other thing I really love about this place is actually this beach. I'm going to try and pronounce it out of memory. Praia de Jacarão. I don't see a sign here. I know it starts with a J, but there's the title of it right there. This beach, I stumbled upon it. Every day I go for a bike ride, and in the first couple of days of being here, I am exploring and kind of getting lost and trying to just get my bearings. And so I went along the bike path to see the beach that I'm basically on, that my apartment is on. And the bike path is like a 3-minute bike ride. So I kind of ran out, and I could have gone on the road and explored further that way. But I just kind of looped around, and I think on my first couple of days, first day I didn't have a whole lot of time anyway. But on the day that I started getting out and having a proper bike ride, I decided to come this way because I could see on the map, I could see this beach. And I was kind of hoping there was a bike path or at least a safe road to ride along. And lo and behold, there was. And the bike path doesn't actually go the whole length of the beach. The cool thing about this beach is it just goes on forever and ever. I have not actually had time to ride all the way to the end. Now granted, okay, so this beach is 15 kilometers long, and sure, I can ride 15 kilometers, but given the time of day that I get out here and being able to ride to the end and ride back in time before it gets dark, I just haven't been able to do it. So I kind of ride about maybe the first third or maybe halfway, and plus I still have to go through a bunch of stuff to get to my place. So I haven't actually ridden all the way to the end. I have flown my drone to as far as, I rode my bike as far as I could go and flew the drone as far as it would fly and still couldn't see the end. So it's a very long stretch of beach, and as you can see here, it's empty. It's empty. There are fishermen around. That's about it. There's a few people on the weekends, there's a few people with umbrellas and stuff like that hanging out, but it's very quiet here. I find myself coming here every day as part of my bike ride. This is the best part of it. The first time I did it, I was riding along and I was looking at the kilometers that I had ridden, and it was just kept on going up and up and up. And I couldn't believe I had already ridden like 9 or 10 kilometers already, because I have this view here. So it's been wonderful that way. So I really enjoyed this beach. Even on a cloudy day, I come here and I'm just kind of captivated by the waves. They can get really strong. They're kind of light right now, but they can get really strong and it can wash all the way up to the top. I had to run out of the way a few times, but I get captivated by the waves here, and just, it's so peaceful, and the sound of the water is wonderful. There is some cool geography here. So as you can see, there's kind of these low mountains or hills. I'm not sure what you call them, but Brazil is made up of a lot of these. So part of my bike ride is going up one of them and going down the other side, and then making my way here. But some absolutely beautiful scenery. Again, just like we had in Niterói, we have this strip of land. Obviously there's a beach there, and then on the other side is a lagoon, or a lake, I guess. There's a lake there. And the lake is, interestingly, it's fed by a canal that comes from the ocean. So I find the geography in this little area, it's pretty cool and pretty interesting. So every day I would go for a bike ride, and I've kind of created my own little route. It's kind of the same every day, just so I don't have to spend time looking for another route, and I can get back to what I have a pretty routine day in terms of my practice schedule and my songwriting and everything. So it's a little bit regimented right now, which is kind of what I need. But I do the same route every day. I kind of go up the hill. It's kind of 3 minutes away from the apartment. I get to the top of the hill. I used to stop and kind of suck in the view now, but I just enjoy the view on the bike. I go down and start making my way through kind of a little town, I guess, as it were, and I make my way here. And I just kind of hang out here for a little bit, contemplate life. Sometimes I think about my song lyrics. Yeah, I guess that's the thing about songwriting, is that you're kind of always on. So this is a great place to be always on. I'm currently working on a song right now, and I'm kind of at a crossroad. I kind of made up my mind what I'm going to do this morning, but I can come here and start hammering out ideas in my head. Of course, on phones now you can pull up a keyboard and stuff like that. So this place has been great for that. I am going to talk about a couple of downsides of this place. The one that I was really worried about when we rolled in the taxi from Niterói is this is pretty remote here. So there's no shopping center that I know of that's within my little radius. My little radius is defined by my bike. So like 15 kilometers around, I'm willing to ride. So if I wanted a shopping center, I think I have to go about half an hour by car into the town proper of Maricá. And I think I would probably find a shopping center there. I'm not here for shopping, but it's nice to have those things nearby when and if you need anything. So that's one. But the biggest problem I have is the food. The food here has been a challenge for me. I am not a foodie by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not picky. I can eat kind of cafeteria type food all day long, right? Sure, I like a nice meal, like a really nice meal at a nice restaurant. I like that every now and then. But for every day, I don't cook on my own here. But for everyday stuff, I'm really happy with a lot of the buffets that I've talked about in my other videos. I'm happy with those buffets. Here, the selection is really, really limited. There's only, you know, in my little area, in the town, I don't know, there's 7 or 8 restaurants. They're all kind of the same, and there's a lack of vegetables here. I have to have my veggies, and there's a lack of vegetables. I think in Brazil, there's, compared to Canada, US, in Brazil, there's generally, I think people here are more into fish, and they have obviously want great steak and everything here. So vegetables are a little bit scarce, at least on when they get to the table. So I found one little buffet style place that I go to for lunch every single day, and they have some vegetables there, and that kind of keeps me going. The problem is it's a buffet, and they have really the same food every day. So I've been going there every day for, I don't know, 7 or 8 days, and I think today I went to the other one across the street. I think the food is not quite as good, but I just needed a little switch of variety. A lot of food here in this little area is also fried, so it's been a challenge for me for food-wise. And I guess I could cook, and I could figure all that stuff out, but call me lazy, call me whatever, but I just find it easier just to go out. So I'm kind of looking forward to the next adventure, and to have a different set of options for food. So that's been my problem here, is just the food. I think that about wraps it up for here. I'm getting ready to go on the next adventure. I'm heading up north, and I will file a report when I'm there. In the meantime, I'll be continuing to write songs. I have some deadlines I have given myself. I have 3 more days here, and I have some musical deadlines that I need to get done before I go, partly because I'm going to lose access to my guitar and my bass for not sure how long yet, but I'm going to lose access to those, so I need to get some ideas down while I have those, and got to figure out when I'll have access to those. So thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe. Click the links below for original music, and we shall see you in the next video.